Kennebec River, US Highway 201. 6 miles. My destination is 5.7. Caratunk, Maine. Good morning. Officially, good morning. It is Thursday. It's spiderweb o'clock, apparently, on August 19th. I've got 5.6 miles to go to get to Caratunk, Maine, which, for the time being, is going to be the end of this leg of my journey on the Appalachian Trail. Believe me, I do not want to be going home. I want to finish this thing like you would not believe. But I had to make that hard decision yesterday to go home and get some medical treatment, because I can't keep pushing it as hard as I have been and just ignoring the pain, because that is how you get permanent chronic damage, or permanent damage leading to a chronic condition. Holy crap, there's a lot of spiders out this morning. I've already walked through like 10 webs. Yeah, it's gross. Always right in the face. But I didn't think I'd ever say this, but I'm hoping it's just the world's worst case of plantar fasciitis. And I'm hoping beyond hope that I do not have any stress fractures in my feet. Because if I have stress fractures in my feet, that could be up to 6 to 8 weeks of recovery time. Pretty much in a couple of walking boots. Or casts if it's bad enough. I don't think it's going to get to that point, but I will. Golly, there's a lot of spiders. I will, at the very least, be in walking boots. I'm sure even if it's just plantar fasciitis, but I need to get myself squared away. I need to get myself back to 100% so I can continue bringing you along on my adventures. Because this isn't the end of the road. This isn't even the end of my AT adventure. You know, while I have other things I got planned, even through fall, winter, and spring, you know, I'm going to continue bringing you outside with me on everything I can think of. I mean, after all, my channel is called Go To Outdoors, and that's what I aim to do for the rest of my life, is to go to the outdoors. Because again, this is my happy place. This is where I love to be. Not just, you know, here on a trail, but just outside. Good grief. Just outside, enjoying the beauty that God and nature have to offer. But who knows? Maybe if everything falls into place, I'll actually be able to start round 2 of my Appalachian Trail through hike, maybe as early as next spring. That would be awesome. I would love to be able to start in March like I had originally planned. Give myself a leg up, a head start over this season's adventures. If I do start back up again, it's not going to be just some lash. I'm not a lasher. Well, this year I'm a lasher, I suppose. And if you have a question what that means long ass section hiker. Because that's what I've done. A long ass section of the Appalachian Trail. Because to be honest, I've hiked almost 900 miles on this bad boy. Between Springer Mountain to Daleville, and from the base of Mount Katahdin to where I am here. To where I'm going to get to in Caratunk. And it's been the most fun I've ever had outside. That's why it's so hard for me to give up right now. Well, to go home. I'm not giving up. I'm never going to give up on this dream. Ever. Even if I don't get this done for years from now, I'm not giving up on this dream. And who knows? Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be able to bring my dad out on these adventures. He was gonna come, but he had both of his knees replaced last fall and this spring, so obviously he wasn't gonna be hiking with me. Not this time around. But I'd love to have him join me next time. So I'm gonna start whooping his butt into shape. And heck, I'm gonna let everybody know next time I start this thing, you are more than welcome to join me. If you find a way, I'll bring you along. And it would be my pleasure. Not just here on my videos, but in person. That would be pretty special. So, yep, I'm gonna keep walking. And if I see anything cool, I'll bring you back. Or if I think of anything else to add between now and Caratunk, I'll bring you back. Well, if you can hear that sound, I made it to the trailhead that's on the road to Caratunk. Unfortunately, there is precisely zilch for phone service. So it looks like, unless I can get a hitch, I'm walking another 1.4 miles to the Sterling Inn hostel. Sweat in the eyes. It's this is a nice day. It's exactly 10 o'clock right now, so hang on. Let me try and get. I just heard somebody. Sorry about the abrupt cutoff there. There's actually somebody that was coming northbound and had just managed to flag down a hitch. So I scrambled and hopped in the back of the pickup truck and got a ride here to the Sterling Inn. So I got myself a private room. Gonna be here for 2 days, waiting my ride back home. But between now and then, I'll be coming back. I'll be talking about a few things and kind of laying out a couple plans. So it's about 10:30 right now. I got about an hour until the shuttle into town. So I'm going to kick my feet up. I'm going to rest, and I'll get back with you. All right. Well, Dad made it up here to Caratunk. He picked me up from the Sterling Inn, and we're just driving around heading to dinner. And we went back a little ways because when he was coming up here, he said he saw something pretty cool. So we're about to get to it, and I want to turn you around, and we're just going to keep driving. And this is pretty special. So sorry for the wind noise on this one, but there you go. It's just a wall, a solid wall of just bird houses. It goes on for probably a quarter to a half a mile here. So every kind of little house you can think of here. Helmets, Buffalo, Maine. Yep. Cards and radomes and log cabins and things that people slap together. It's just really cool. People took the time to make this kind of thing. It just goes on and on and on. It's the little things you find when you're up here in the sticks. I just find it entertaining. Checking in on the road trip home. That's Mount Washington. Can't drive up there today. There's a bike race right now. So Dad and I were actually going to try and do that, but someday I'm going to be back to climb that bad boy. You can believe that. And it's going to be great when I come back. First things first, I should tell you, even though I probably don't have to, I am home. Sorry I didn't record too much on the trip home. I just saw that wall of birdhouses and saw that, Mount Washington. I had to take a quick video there because it's such a cool, interesting, incredible place on the trail. Even though I didn't hike to it, drove to it on the way back, I will see that from a hiker's perspective before too long. But so it's been a couple days since I got here. And, not really much to say other than the fact that I will not be hiking on the Appalachian Trail anymore in 2021. Nothing long anyway. I'll probably get to some spots kind of like where I'm at right now, which is actually, I am on a Blue Blaze just off of Virginia Route 7 at Snickers Gap, 8 miles away from my house. I'm just on the trail here. Just got a small little day pack on me, as you can see. Really not much else to say. I have to take it easy now for quite a while. Did some x-rays on my feet. Found out that what I do have is in fact a very, very, very inflamed case of plantar fasciitis. Still kind of feels like I'm walking on glass shards all the time, which sucks. But I'm on some anti-inflammatories and icing my feet and putting my feet in a foot massaging machine as much as I can and icing them down, doing everything I can to get the inflammation out, try and get myself healed up. And it's going to be a slow process. It's not a minor case of plantar fasciitis at all. It's gnarly. Thankfully, I don't actually have any stress fractures. Don't know why I forgot what I was about to say there. But that's pretty much the only good thing I have to say about it. It's still probably going to take me 6 to 8 weeks in total to get healed up and recovered from this, at the very least, because not only do I have the plantar fasciitis itself, I also do have bone spurs that have formed on my heels, simply because of the fact that I have apparently had plantar fasciitis for so very long, that it has pulled and created bone spurs on my heels. So it is what it is. Apparently those are inflamed too, which is what the sharpest of the pain I've been feeling in my feet has been. So looking back, I can kind of tell exactly where it started. When I got to Southern Virginia, my shoes were pretty much shot. My first pair of Ultra Lone Peak 5s, which I love, don't get me wrong, I love those shoes. I was running a pair of Superfeet Trailblazers in those shoes, and they did really well for me. They did well for, the 570 miles or so that I had them, not counting walking around towns and everywhere else. But I got to Marion, and I figured since I was in Marion, stuck there being sick, I had time to get a new pair of shoes ordered in. So I searched everywhere online, did everything I could. All the Lone Peak 5s in my size were sold out everywhere. REI, Amazon, you name it, it was all sold out everywhere. And it wasn't even just in the neon green or neon yellow color that I wear. Any color. I would have taken, puce at that point if I could have found one. So because I didn't have that, I actually had to swap over. I went to a local discount shoe store that actually had some Merrells in stock, and it wasn't the Moabs that I'm used to wearing. I can't remember exactly what they were called, but the short version is that those didn't work for me at all. My feet had gotten used to being in the wide toe boxes that were in the Ultras, and that, the narrower shoe of the Merrells in combination with the much harder sole material that Merrells have, the Vibram material, my foot just couldn't move the way it had been. So it was cramped in those shoes, and unfortunately, because I still could not find any Ultras anywhere, I wore those for the better part of 200 miles. And by the time I got from there up to Daleville, I think that I'd really gotten the inflammation really started. A really good head start on the foot pain, because I was having foot pain at that point. I really was. But, I figured, okay, whatever, I'll get myself back into another pair of Ultras, and see what happens. So by the time I did get those, I came home here to Northern Virginia, and then I was going to decide to jump back up to Maine, and I made that decision. So I did. Sorry, I got something in my eye, and it's not cool. Bugs. So I got something that I figured I was used to. I was going to be using. I was going to, be okay with them. Got the same thing. Got another pair of Superfeet Trailblazers. And they worked for a little while. They really did. But it wasn't perfect. I think because my feet had tried to start adapting to the other pair of shoes, my feet had to pretty much start again. I'll get back with you here in just a second. Got folks coming down the trail, that's all. I'll be right back. It was actually kind of fun. I was talking with a couple folks. They're actually from Pittsburgh. And they were just coming down here for a couple days and pass through Harper's Ferry. They're going to meet a friend in Alexandria and do some more hiking around the city. Of course, not hiking. You're really walking on footpaths and stuff. But yeah, it was cool to run into somebody who was interested, and I was happy to tell what I know about the trail to them. They were very interested in learning about everything, because they'd like to do it, at least in sections. They don't want to do a through hike, but they were both retired, and they want to take a month every year and just do some hiking. So can't argue with that idea. But anyway, I don't remember exactly where I was, but long story short, I'm home, so I'm going to do everything I can to heal up. That's the plan. I got to heal up before I do anything else. Just enjoy myself while I'm here, do everything I can. I'm going to be ordering a new camera to do a bit more higher quality vlogging, at least while I'm around here. I'll explain that setup once I finally get it and start showing you how it is. But it's going to be much better than just recording off my iPhone like I have been. That's really all I got for right now. So I'm home. It's happy to be. It's bittersweet. I'm happy and kind of bummed at the same time. I'd rather be hiking. I'd rather be continuing on with this adventure, this journey. But got to stay safe. And I'll bring you back here in a second because there's somebody else walking behind me. That was a grouchy one. Day hiker. I can't say that too disparagingly because I'm one of them now. I can still bring in my hiker trash though. But, yep, so I'm going to be doing a couple things here and there. Better camera quality, better video quality. I'll start editing with actual editing software and not just iMovie that's on the phone. I'm going to try and put out just better videos for the time being. Not sure exactly what I'll have on my videos. But like I said, it's getting to be squirrel season. And that's coming up soon. And then, of course, got the whole rest of the season. Foraging is probably coming to a bit of an end, which is a bummer. There's some things you can pick in the fall, but not really too much. In Northern Virginia here, that kind of comes to a close right about the middle of October, which it's only about a month and a half away, probably. So I'm going to heal up. I'm going to take my time. I might come in a couple short 1 mile or less walks because it's not hikes. I'm not carrying a lot, just have my day pack. All I got in there is a 1.5 liter bottle of water, some snacky snacks, and a first aid kit. Oh, and of course the ever essential poop kit. You know, I got the trowel and got toilet paper just in case, because you never know. Back to eating city food, so body's not reacting well to that quite yet. I'm not used to it, but it's all part of the process. So bummed, but hopeful. I'm optimistic. Got plenty of plans to bring you along on my adventures going forward. I am going to grow this channel. I am going to keep being myself and spending every second that I can outside and bringing you with me, because that's what I love to do. But until next time, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.